dive.
I think everyone is.
Yeah. Today's deep dive is going to give you the cheat sheet, all about getting your website noticed. We're breaking down this popular YouTube video from SEO expert Nathan Gotch. And let me tell you, he dropped a stat that kind of blew my mind.
Okay.
97%
Oh, wow.
of web pages
Really?
get absolute zero love from Google searches.
Yeah, that's right.
It's kind of scary, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to figure out how to make sure you're in that top 3%, that winning 3%.
Okay.
And
that's good.
Gotch breaks down his strategy into 4, I guess you could call them pillars.
Okay.
We're going to talk about exploiting your competitors, finding what makes you unique, speaking Google's language, and proving you're the real deal.
Right.
So you ready to dive in?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
I like how he starts off, you know, he really urges us to take a peek at our competition, see what they're doing right, but more importantly, where they're falling short.
So it's like friendly spying, like checking out their URLs, title tags, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And one nugget that really stood out to me was he was talking about the power of location.
Okay.
In your URL.
Okay.
So let's say you're a personal injury lawyer in Chicago.
Right.
Someone with a generic URL like personalinjurylawyer.com.
Yeah.
They might actually lose out to someone who has personalinjurylawyerchicago.com.
Oh, interesting.
Because Google sees that very specific location and it thinks, like, this is exactly what the search is looking for.
That's so interesting. Yeah. That's such a simple tweak. I feel like a lot of people probably overlook it.
Yeah, totally.
What about those title tags?
Yeah.
Gotch was talking about a title match score.
Yes.
What's that all about?
This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Google actually assigns a score to your title tag based on how closely it matches the keyword that someone is searching for.
Okay.
So if you're targeting, let's say, motorcycle accident lawyer Chicago, but your title tag just says, like, motorcycle accidents, you're missing out on.
Yeah, not specific in there.
Read your points with Google.
So it's not just about cramming in keywords.
Right.
It's about being, like, strategic and precise.
Exactly.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But, you know, if everyone's just, like, copying their competitors, won't we all kind of just end up looking the same?
That is where his second pillar comes in.
Okay.
Angles of differentiation.
Okay.
You've got to find what makes you stand out.
Okay, so how do we discover that magic angle?
Well, he talks about 3.
Okay.
3 key angles.
Yeah.
The first one is all about understanding user intent. So it's not enough to just target a keyword. You need to figure out what the person typing that keyword in is actually looking for.
Okay.
So, for example, someone searching best noise-canceling headphones might be a busy parent looking for peace and quiet.
Right.
Or it might be, like, a musician
totally
seeking, like, studio quality sound.
Yeah, totally different needs.
Those are 2 very different needs, and your content needs to address the right one.
So it's like putting on your detective hat again, but this time you're investigating the searcher's brain.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the second angle?
Content design.
Yeah.
So he suggests approaching your content like a sales page.
Even if you're not selling something.
Even if you're not directly selling anything.
Okay.
Think strong visuals, compelling copy, every element working together to keep the reader hooked.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants to read a boring wall of text, especially when there's, like, a million other websites competing for your attention.
Exactly.
Okay, so what about the third angle?
This one's all about engagement triggers.
Okay.
He really emphasizes that Google pays attention to how users interact with your page.
Okay, yeah.
So think about it.
Yeah.
If someone lands on your page and bounces right away, that sends a signal to Google that your content,
like, not interested,
isn't relevant or engaging. But if they stick around, click on links, watch videos, those are positive signals that boost your ranking.
So what are some examples of these engagement triggers?
Okay, so
are we talking, like, pop-up ads, annoying newsletter sign-ups?
No, think more along the lines of interactive elements. So things like quizzes, polls, embedded calculators, or even just, like, high-quality videos that dive deeper into the topic. It's about providing real value that keeps people on your page because they actually want to be there.
Not because they're like tricked into staying.
Exactly.
This is giving me so many ideas already. Okay, so we've spied on our competitors. We found our unique angle. What's next on Gotch's SEO checklist?
So now it's time to get a little techie and understand how to speak Google's language.
Okay.
And that's where NLP comes in.
Okay.
But we can save that for part 2.
Okay. We'll leave everyone in suspense.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
Okay. So picking up where we left off, let's talk about how to feed the machine, as Gotch puts it.
Okay.
He's talking about NLP, natural language processing, which is basically how Google understands the nuances of human language.
Okay, that sounds pretty complex. Does that mean I have to like go back to school for computer science?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
The good news is there are tools that can do the heavy lifting for us.
Ooh. Wow.
So Gotch is a big fan of Rankability.
Okay.
And this tool, it uses NLP to analyze what your competitors are doing.
Okay.
You know, the topics they cover, the keywords they use, and it kind of gives you a roadmap for creating content that Google will love.
So it's like, I don't know, having like a secret decoder ring for the Google algorithm.
Exactly. You figure out what topics and keywords they're prioritizing, and you make sure your content aligns.
And you're good to go. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember Gotch even mentioning like ChatGPT as part of this process, which is like the AI everyone's talking about right now.
Yeah, he does. He does.
So how does that work?
It's really fascinating how he uses ChatGPT to analyze his competitors' about pages. It's almost like he's reverse engineering their success.
Right.
So ChatGPT helps him identify those key themes and phrases.
Okay.
And then he uses that information to build a content outline that's both comprehensive and Google-friendly.
Okay, that's pretty genius.
Yeah.
It's like having an AI assistant helping you craft the perfect content strategy.
Exactly.
But I'm guessing there's still a human element involved, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
You bring the creativity, the unique perspective, the deep understanding of your audience that no AI can replicate.
Okay, that makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
I was starting to worry that AI was just going to like take over the world of SEO.
I know, right?
Speaking of standing out, earlier we were talking about designing content, like a sales page, even if you're not directly selling a product.
Right.
That really piqued my interest.
Yeah.
Can we unpack that a little more?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think his idea here is brilliant.
Okay.
Because it forces us to think about the purpose of each piece of content that we create.
Okay.
Just like a sales page is designed to convert visitors into customers.
Right.
Our content should be designed to engage readers, build trust, and ultimately achieve our goals.
Right. Whether that's
generating leads, driving traffic, or establishing thought leadership.
Right. So it's not just about throwing information out there and hoping for the best.
Right.
It's about being strategic and intentional with every element.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So Gotch encourages us to think like marketers, even if we don't have that official title.
Exactly.
He suggests brainstorming, like a strong offer for each piece of content.
Yeah.
Now, this doesn't have to be like a literal product or service, right?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It could be a downloadable guide, a free consultation, access to exclusive content, anything that provides value to your audience and incentivizes them to engage further.
Okay, so we're thinking about our offer.
Yeah.
What else makes content, truly click-worthy?
Well, he also talks about the importance of optimizing what's known as the above-the-fold section.
Okay, now remind me what that is.
So think of it like a storefront window.
Okay.
You want to grab people's attention right away and entice them to come inside.
Right.
So this means having a compelling headline,
okay,
strong visuals, and clear calls to action, all within that initial viewable area of the page.
So it's like that first impression that makes or breaks a date.
Exactly.
You got to hook them from the start.
Yes.
What about like once they've scrolled past that initial section?
Yeah.
How do we keep them engaged and read?
Gotch is a big believer in the power of social proof. Testimonials, case studies, reviews, anything that demonstrates that other people trust and value your brand.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like we're much more likely to trust recommendations from our peers than we are marketing messages from a brand.